Welcome to Intelligence Gateway. What are the best practices for change management in robotic process automation? Here are some best practices for change management in robotic process automation, RPA. Define a change management process. Define a clear and well-documented change management process that outlines the steps to be followed when implementing changes to the RPA process. Develop a communication plan. Develop a communication plan that outlines how changes will be communicated to stakeholders and personnel involved in the RPA process. Ensure that communication is clear, timely, and targeted to the appropriate audience. Conduct impact assessments. Conduct impact assessments to identify potential risks and assess the impact of changes on the RPA process, personnel, and stakeholders. Establish a governance structure. Establish a governance structure that outlines roles and responsibilities for change management, including change request approval and oversight. Provide training. Provide training to personnel involved in the RPA process to ensure that they are prepared for changes and understand their roles and responsibilities. Test changes. Test changes in a controlled environment to ensure that they do not negatively impact the RPA process and to identify any potential issues. Monitor performance. Monitor the performance of the RPA process after changes have been implemented to ensure that they are achieving their intended objectives and identify any further areas for improvement. By following these best practices, organizations can effectively manage changes to the RPA process, minimize risks, and optimize its performance. What are the different roles and responsibilities in robotic process automation? The roles and responsibilities in robotic process automation, RPA, can vary depending on the organization and project needs, but generally include RPA developer, responsible for designing, developing, and testing RPA solutions to automate business processes. RPA architect, responsible for designing and implementing the overall RPA architecture and ensuring that the RPA solutions align with the organization's business goals. RPA business analyst, responsible for analyzing and documenting business processes to identify areas where RPA can be applied, and working with developers to design solutions that meet business requirements. RPA project manager, responsible for managing RPA projects, ensuring that they are delivered on time, within budget, and meet quality standards. RPA Operations Manager, responsible for managing the day-to-day operation of RPA solutions, ensuring that they are running smoothly and efficiently. RPA Trainer, responsible for training end users on how to use RPA solutions effectively. How can you create a successful robotic process automation team? Creating a successful robotic process automation, RPA, team involves the following steps. Define clear goals and objectives. Determine what you want to achieve with RPA, such as increasing productivity, reducing errors, or improving customer satisfaction. Identify the right talent. Hire people who have a strong technical background, experience with RPA tools and frameworks, and an understanding of business processes. Establish a team structure. Create a team structure that includes developers, analysts, project managers, and business process owners. Develop a robust training program. Provide training to team members on RPA tools, technologies, and methodologies to ensure that everyone is on the same page. Implement a collaborative culture. Foster a collaborative culture where team members can share ideas, learn from each other, and work together towards common goals. Leverage automation best practices. Utilize automation best practices such as developing reusable components, testing automation scripts, and maintaining proper documentation. By following these steps, you can create a successful RPA team that is aligned with your organizational goals and can deliver value through automation. What are the best practices for training robotic process automation team members? Here are some best practices for training robotic process automation, RPA, team members. Define clear learning objectives. Clearly define the learning objectives for each training session to ensure that team members have a clear understanding of what they need to learn. Use a variety of training methods. Use a variety of training methods such as classroom training, online training, and hands-on training to keep team members engaged and to cater to different learning styles. Encourage hands-on learning. Encourage team members to practice what they have learned through hands-on exercises to reinforce their learning and build confidence. Provide real-world examples. Use real-world examples and scenarios to help team members understand how RPA can be applied in different business contexts. Emphasize the importance of documentation. Emphasize the importance of documenting each process that is automated, including the steps taken and any issues that were encountered during the automation process. Promote continuous learning. Encourage team members to continue learning by providing access to additional resources such as online tutorials, user forums, and industry events. Provide feedback. Provide feedback on team members' progress and encourage them to ask questions and provide feedback on the training materials and sessions. Foster collaboration. Encourage collaboration among team members and provide opportunities for them to share their knowledge and experiences with each other. Keep training materials up to date. Ensure that training materials are regularly updated to reflect changes in technology and best practices. Track and measure progress. Establish metrics to track team members' progress and evaluate the effectiveness of the training program and make adjustments as needed. What are the best practices for communication in robotic process automation? Effective communication is essential for successful implementation and maintenance of robotic process automation, RPA. Here are some best practices for communication in RPA. Develop a communication plan. Develop a communication plan that outlines the key messages, target audience, communication channels, and timeline for communication. Communicate regularly. Communicate regularly with stakeholders throughout the RPA implementation process to keep them informed and engaged. Use multiple communication channels. Use multiple communication channels such as email, meetings, webinars, and newsletters to reach a wider audience and ensure that everyone is informed. Tailor the message. Tailor the message to the audience to ensure that the information is relevant and understandable. Provide context. Provide context for the RPA implementation by explaining the business reasons for the initiative and how it fits into the organization's overall strategy. Address concerns and questions. Address concerns and questions from stakeholders in a timely and transparent manner to build trust and credibility. Celebrate successes. Celebrate successes and milestones to keep stakeholders engaged and motivated throughout the implementation process. Thanks for watching. For more information, like, comment, and subscribe our channel.